welcome back to an episode. We are again somewhere in the shabby wooden, it says shabby wooden doors, but it is weird. Anyway, this is still one of those villages taken over by the goblins, and oh, by the way, these doors here might be the ones that I have unlocked from the inside. That might be those.
How much further can I go?
Yeah. And we are also... Wait. I hear goblins. And they're... Oh, it's just a windmill thing. What is this? Okay, something is weird. I do hear some kind of sound of a monster and some bloodstone there. Which only means... or can only mean one thing. It came from somewhere. Question is, from where? Okay, so we got the Highcliff's journal, and of course we are reading that as Liesel. Liesel. Where's this thing? The pupil surpasses the teacher. My master weapons are almost complete. There's just one component left. Samson says the designs are a failure, but what's he know? He can barely see past his own belly. I stashed the prototypes and blueprints for now, but just you wait, Samson. Your legend is fading and a new one will rise in its place.
Master weapons? The blueprints can't be far.
Yes, sounds like a great thing. So there's just some bodily stuff. Regarding strange riders in these parts. What's that all about? The date on this letter has faded with time, but the paper alone indicates great age. My fellow citizens. For fellow citizens, we are, like it or not. I print and most multiple copies of this notice in the region at no small expense to myself, because I feel a growing concern and alarm at the presence of strange riders in these parts of late. Many of you will have seen them tramping through our forests and towns under the guise of patrol. They claim they are guardians sent from Elturel to protect the borders of the great and holy nation of Elturgard. Don't be fooled by shining armor or handsome mounts. I never bent the knee to any Elturgard, and I never asked any metal jester to come peering over my garden fence. As you all know, I'm descended directly from the original Selenite settlers along these banks, and I have a half-elven great-uncle who'll swear to it. We are peaceable folk, and we got on with the druids well enough. But I pay no fealty or tax to any far-off city I can't even find on a map. I took no small pleasure in telling these thugs just that, and I urge you to do the same. They call themselves Hell Riders, and I call them interlopers. They can bugger off to the hells, them and their city both. With grave concern and serious intent, Damon Brisker, proud and free citizen of the Heartland. Interesting. It's like no taxation without representation kind of thing. If you can't see it and you have to pay for it, right? Doesn't make sense. It's basically what this means.
Proceeding.
Incense bowls not necessary. Selenite necklace. That is just a trash thing.
A symbol of the rising moon. This is a Selunite necklace.
Oh, it's not a selenite, it's a Selunite. Pronunciation on the U part of it. Chunky and little thing. I mean, they have something to say about it, but doesn't seem to be that special anyway. What about the hammer? Not all. Nah, not worth much. The torch might be worth more than the hammer itself. Yeah, 10. Okay. It's a 1 to 10 relationship between weight and money. There might be better ones. 1 to 10 relationship. Like, think about this. A 1 to 10 relationship between the weight and the gold. And I want to get the relationship as high as possible. Or like the ratio as high as possible. So very, very high amounts of gold. So this is basically a 1 to 100, right? It's like 1 gold for 0.01 pieces of weight. So this is actually very good if you can pick up a lot of those. It's just that the actual amount of gold that you get from this is very, very low. This is slightly worse, but still good. It's like 20. 1 to 20 relationship. Whereas the torch here is roughly 1 to 10, right? But you do get 10 of those. Whereas you're with 1 item, where you have to get 10 knives beforehand. But it would actually kind of work, right? 1 to 100. Yeah, it's like having an item that weighs 1 unit of weight, 1 stone or whatever it's called. And wow, ours are actually very, very, very good. So, what was I saying? Yeah, the relationship between that. Ritual stuff is actually not that good. This one, on the other hand, 1 to 10, roughly. We are rounding a little bit, makes it easier. So, and the dagger here, what do we have? A dagger, actually. Look at this. The dagger is... Oh, wait a minute. What this is? What is this? It's like 1 in 10? No, that would be like 4 gold or something. Times 4. 1 to 40, actually. The nice thing about this, though, is that it does not... Can I pick up and add to wear as well? If I pick up the whole barrel... I could do this too, but the ratio is very, very, very bad. The items, on the other hand... Can I... Wait a minute, can I... No. Is there a way to, like, mark everything in here? Like... You can double-click that, but the only... Wait a minute. So let's try something. No, that's not working. Damn it! That was not what I wanted. Anyway, right click, pick up and add to wares. Like, this is actually the bestest of ways. Add to wares. Just pick up everything and add it to wares. Even if it's just very, 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 very small. The nice thing is that it really, 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 really... Nah, that's not really a 1 to 10 relationship. Oh. Yeah. But still, it's on the positive side. This one, on the other hand, really, really good. Okay. So I'm just doing that now. I'm not going to take it directly. I'm going to do this one, on the other hand. Everything that has a positive relationship. So... What's this one? Cutting board is 1 to 1. Pick up and add to wares. Very, very important. Oh, an old key.
No
So
time to rest.
we are going to take that old key.
Useful.
Can someone please explain to me why I have to get onto the crate in order to pick up that thing? Makes no sense. That one is actually for a stereo. The thongs are not necessary. For these situations, some kind of like an item filter would be very... Would be very, 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 very nice. So, let's pick up that. And I also have to make sure that none of those items are considered like stolen or whatnot. So, what about this one? Battle axe. A battle axe... It's a one... No, it's versatile, so you can actually use this two-handed as well. But it does have pretty decent damage.
Hey, good looking.
If I were to look at this with her, the damage isn't that high, which is weird. So anyway, pick up and add to wares. This is so weird. Why does it do that all the time? Why does it do that? Come on. What about the torch again? The torch is like 1 to 10. There you go. It's just amazing. So, let's see. Maybe I can talk to this goblin tracker and get some news off of him. Let's see. Can I? Well... Not... Okay, I can only attack it and pickpocket it and throw it. And... Oh! There's a calcified web thingy. So what I can try to do is maybe destroy it, jump down, and then maybe I end up somewhere. Very interesting. Oh, there's scrawny bugbear. Interesting. Sleeping. Well, let's let them sleep.
Blackets will be done.
So what do we got here? Carafe. Yes. That's good. Both of them pretty good. And a skeleton. Ah, money. Doesn't weigh anything for some reason, which is weird. So it's just very high amounts that way. Okay. Ruby thingy. Pick up and add to wares. Actually. Okay. Very good. So I can pick this up and add it to wares. But when it gets to gold special. What I need for this is some kind of rule that manages where items go when I pick them up. Just something that makes it work. So let's see. I can go like this, and actually the bowl is very bad. It's like a 1 to 2 relationship. This one is much better. Yeah. I mean, 1 to 2 is good, right? It is on the positive side. But it doesn't give me... Oh, a heavy key. That is weird. A heavy key for what? A heavy key for what? It might be the key for the door. Oh. It's always the thing. There's a goblin tracker and booyah. Booyah kasha. Let's see.
I've got a long road ahead.
Of course, why are they climbing down? I need my melee characters up here if shit comes to shove. Alright. Don't even know what I did in order to pacify them that or.
You see anything shiny? It's ours.
Yeah, definitely. So I could try the stealing thing off of those with the pickpocketing kind of thing. But nah, I don't need to pickpocket them. So the shabby door is a transition between levels, so I don't need to do that.
Indolence breeds madness.
Yeah.
Proceeding. Weapon designs. The blacksmith's work.
Why is the blacksmith?
The inking is rough. A work in progress, surely.
Oh, what about the chair? Does this have any value? Nah, yes, but not that kind. If you were to multiply it by 10, doesn't give me how much? It's like 1 to 5 relationship. Oh, faded blueprints. Can I do something with it? I can pick up blueprints, sure, but can't use. Right click, drop item, items, add to wares. They do have... Oh, they're actually quite valuable. Though it looks like it once detailed important instruction, this page has turned brittle and most of its writing was long faded. Okay, so this is just... Why does it... Right click and... add to wares. There you go. I think... I don't know if I came across any, like, add to wear buttons. I think you have to modify the game in order to get this functionality. Gold. Perfect. If you see anything shiny. Yes. What about a shovel? Okay. Roughly. I think it's just there to... far too heavy. Don't want to attack them yet. Let's see. What do we got? We got a rotten fish in here. Same thing. Nothing. Tin cup. Yeah, tin cup's actually pretty good. Pick up and add it to wares. What about this one? Whale bone spiced. That sounds good. Okay. Fire thingy. That's good. And that's also good. So we're gonna pick a... Every 2 interactions, right? Right click, pick up and add to wares. what I have to do is write some pieces of code here. Ah, there we go. That manages the items that I can pick up and moves them where they may make the most sense. Yeah, bottle, for example, is a 1 to 10 relationship. Actually pretty good. Can't read... Okay, of course we can't reach it. So, let's see. Can I... Can't jump on it. Okay, not enough space. What do you mean not enough space? Okay, it doesn't seem to work. If I were to... Out of reach. Maybe if I were to get on top here. Rescue the gnome. What gnome? I don't see any... That's a... Oh, there! Okay. Well, yeah, sure. Let's just hope it's not a sensitive kind of thing. Wait a minute. Yeah, and then there's also this house over there. Definitely have to do that. But... let's do this whole gnome saving business right now. The best way would be to position ourselves already at the... Oh boy. Okay, what do I see? I see 7, 21, 20 something. A lot of enemies, yes. But most of them very, very low in level. Manageable.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for ice.
Well, what the hell are you doing? Well, this is not the way we can talk about it. I'm not looking for trouble. I just want to pass by. Actually, I want to know what you are doing here, yes.
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Wouldn't it be easier for you to just push him off a cliff or something? I mean, let me rephrase that. Why are you doing this?
'Cause it makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, now you're laughing. You can let him go now. I wouldn't interfere. Just... Nah. It does look funny, I'll admit. Mind if I stay and watch a while? Okay.
We ain't looking for company, maggot. Not unless you want to join him up there. How about this? You pay a toll and go on as you like, or else you fly. Cough it up!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Interesting. Are we going to persuade them? No, we don't have charisma. I could use check thoughts though. Oh, I could use this one. Story, just story. I'm going to pay nothing, and you and your cronies are going to leave. As I said before, there's something weird about difficulty classes in this game. And my luck coinciding in the worst possible ways. But let's just see how it goes. It's just... I do not know what's going on here. Either I can kind of... Either I am really that unlucky. Right? It's unbelievable. The thing is, I did not save scum this, right? This is the first interaction there. And I actually want to keep it that way. I want to know what's going on here, and I want to know why I have so many critical failures. Kind of always when I summon them up out of nothingness. It's kind of weird. Either I can really control that. So what I have to do is say the opposite, and maybe I get like critical successes also. It's kind of strange. Like, this is just kind of weird. I mean, there are certain chances of this, right? Like, let's say you roll the die 100 times. well, no, this one has like 20 numbers, right? And let's say you roll the die 20 times, then if you do this 20 times very, very often, right, then the chances of every number coming up should be even. And that's basically like 5% chance of getting a 1. But having 2 critical failures, one after another, is like 5% times 5%. And that's very, 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 very small. And that is weird. 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 This might be why I don't quite like games of chance that much. Because somehow but what this basically teaches me is that either I can control this by saying what I want, and it has the effect on the result. That would be very interesting, which means I just have to rephrase it, and then I can magically summon up the result. Or this is just coincidence, which might be likely, right? And this is just one out of many outcomes, and I just happen to get this one. And it is just okay. Actually, it is as likely getting any combination of numbers as it is having only ones or only 20s, right? This is actually quite interesting. Well, in Actually, I have to rephrase this a little bit, because it kind of depends on what order the results are supposed to come in, right? If the order does matter, right, then it's always the same chance. Because you have 1 in 20, 1 in 20, 1 in 20, 1 in 20 every time. For every number. And it doesn't depend on what was before. But the interesting bit is if the order does not matter, right? So that basically means a 1 and a 20, or a 20 and a 1 are the same thing. Then you can add up the chances of it. And then it's not quite the same. But yeah, in this case, the order kind of matters. That is really, 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 really weird. But actually, no. It also may not matter. Because a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 can be flipped around. Just because it's one number doesn't mean that the other one doesn't exist. Right? If you think about it, there's always something missing in this argument. But this is weird. Really, really weird. But this also means that, let's say we are on a very unlucky kind of playthrough in this case, right? Then that means that what I have to do in order to succeed in here is to make the worst outcome that could ever happen as best as I can, right? So it's basically like being in a carnival thingy and always having a safety net. So you don't just crash to the ground all the time. Actually, critical failure is a crash to the ground. But you always have a safety net that always makes sure that you get at least that many points. But the implementation of a critical failure in here is annoying as hell. Maybe what I have to do is use my inspirations in order to counter that, right? But I would have used up 2 of those already. But I can gain the inspirations by just letting the people experience the game and being a sage and whatnot. But maybe this is what I have to do. Maybe this is what the game wants from me. To use everything to my advantage to cancel out the negative outcomes. But if I, let's say, roll this again, right? Let's say we roll this again. And we get another critical failure. What would happen then? Now I'm cursing. Now I'm basically cursing the game a little bit in order to produce a 1. Let's see. Let's just see. Okay, we got a 70. Alright. So, we got inspirations. We do play this game actually very thoroughly. That means we interact with as many things as possible in order to get inspirations. The question is just... where are the inspirations? Is it a group thing or is it a character thing?
You're a true soul. I didn't know. Wouldn't dare question you, never.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
We'll leave you to it.
Let's find you something to eat. All right then.
What did we lose, by the way? We gained 20 experience for pretty much every enemy. And the party got this one as well. Like, this is weird. I started conversation with Fezzerk, and then I gained experience. But what is it that I've lost? That's a weird bit. It says that there's something that I lost. So, but what is it? It's definitely not experience, because I gained experience by using that. Maybe it's something else. Is it strength? Is it some... What about character stats? No. What if it destroys my intellect? Huh. That would be weird, but no. That should be one of those outcomes. Or maybe it kind of gives me some kind of effect. That if you use this for too often, then something strange happens. I don't know. Definitely a weird outcome. Definitely. So, let's just open up all of the crates here. See what we got. And, oh yeah, I have to save the gnome. And now I know how I wander around here. Mauled sheep. Well, too bad about sheep. You make sheep face. What about that corpse thingy? How do I mean, I could attack it, right? But what I have to do is stop the mechanism of that windmill from doing its thing. So, what about that shield, though? Times 10 could be better. Could be 27, so like take 5 or something. So, what about inventory? Yeah, we can still pick up stuff, but let's just pick everything up here. That's just the thing, like, I play this game in a very specific way. And maybe my luck is attuned to it in order to balance it out. Because I'm so extremely thorough, I can pretty much, I pretty much don't need to be lucky. Which kind of sucks. Okay. So, let's pick this one up. No, we don't want to... What is this? Burlap sack. There you go. Okay. So, that's a 1 in 8 relationship still. So, there's this one. Release brake lever and brake lever. If this is the brake lever, then what would happen? Does it stop immediately? And if you release the brake lever, then does it... Oh. Okay. Does it have a description? Oh. Let's just go up there and see what happens. Okay. So what we have to do is basically stop the whole thing from moving. And therefore what I have to do is stop this thing somehow. Because it gets its energy from the wind, and if we were to disconnect this thing here somehow, then it would increase in speed probably. And this is something that we don't want. At least not now. Okay, so why can't I pick up that bow here? come on. Like, this is so weird. Hey. Why can't I do that? Okay. Like the goblin scimitar I can pick up. It's actually a pretty decent weapon. But the bow over here doesn't seem to work. I can do this though. Pick it up like that and get a makeshift spear. Ah, there you go. Also pretty decent. Nice. We are so going to stack up on stuff afterwards. Large bottle, yes. And what about this one? Sandals, yes. And this bottle is again a 1 in 10 relationship. And this stuff. I say like... Yes. Ooh. Yes. Yes. Grease bottle is also something useful, but to be honest, I don't really seem to use it that much. But yeah, maybe we can do something about it. Actually, I should have just sold it. Just selling it is always the best outcome. Yeah. Totally forgot about the fact that I had a bow in here. I had 2 wares. What this game really needs, like, see all of these words? There need to be symbols here telling you what, like a quick thing. Like it's also sorted a little bit, like send to, and then all of the characters are also the characters in the camp that are still waiting. You can send it to them, which is nice. So you can basically choose characters that can hold onto your items in the camp, and then you just go to them and sell from their inventory. It's basically like a chest. It's the Gale chest and the Will chest and the Shadowheart chest, for example. So, let's see. But yeah, it would be nice to have a little character icon in here. That would make sense. Or like a yeah. Send to camp could be a stash icon. Remove from wares, okay. And examine could be like a watch glass or something. Yeah, there definitely need to be like little icons in here. Like this arrow, for example. The arrow is just there to tell you what it kind of does and whatnot. So, alright, so we got the animal cross. I need to figure out what each of those leaders do. So, it's the brake leader. Like, the brake leader probably breaks it. And if we release the brake... I don't know how you would release that. How do you stop that? Like the whole thing? It's rotating. This is just a fixed connection. But how do you stop it from breaking? I have to slowly get it to a halt. It would be very annoying if that gnome down here would just end up flying away if we stopped it instantly, right? So, okay. At least he seems to be okay, is he? Barcus root. Barcus. Like a dog or something.
Cut me loose!
Yeah. What's in it for me? Well, we could just fray him. Yeah, this is why we're here.
Bagakabara. Those pustulant thugs. Well, get on with it.
Where? Get on, with what?
You saved me, now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
Yeah, okay. Let's make this extortion very, very specific. You're going to pay me, sometime in the future. You can figure out how you're gonna do this. Until then, you're free to go. I'd rather know how you, got caught. Yeah, you owe me nothing. Actually, the whole owing thing, we could just come up with any number or objects or whatever. Here's my reward now. I'd rather know how you got caught, yes.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
Yeah, you're a little far from home for a deep gnome. Actually, we do not know how far his home is.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
He still hasn't told me what he is. I mean, if he's a merchant, then maybe he has nice merchandise, right? That would be sweet. Alright, so we saved ourselves a gnome. Make sure that you interact with the break leader and not the other one. Just in case. Oh, Barcus's pack. Wait a minute. Barcus's pack. There's supposed to be a pack in here. Am I just blind? Like, he was running away, right? If he is running away, then... Oh, there's also a wooden hatch. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh, okay. Either Barcus's pack is up here, or it's down there. He said that he throw it to me. Maybe we have to interact with it in a very like find it like in a niche somewhere. Where could the pack be? Or maybe we already no. If we already found it, we probably have found it. So let's see what is in this wooden hatch down there. What's here? It's part of this whole find the pack thing, is it? Oh no, wait a minute.
Indolence breeds madness.
So, bottled wreck. Let's see. Nothing. It's interesting that you can pick up items, right? Oh, there's the heavy backpack. There you go. Smoke powder satchel. Sweet. Pretty neat. What else we got? Yeah, this is pretty decent. The question is just who would benefit in that. It's definitely decent damage. I mean, I could use it in a melee form to do some AoE thing from time to time. That's actually quite nice. So let's pick this up for her. Money is, of course, my forte. And that's just food. I mean, this could be his backpack, but I don't know. It could be. Yeah, it was. Okay, it was. Because now the range marker is gone. So there's a bottle rack up here. And what is this one? A shattered wine barrel. Oh, what's that? Is there a way to make some light down here, though? There.
Consider me intrigued.
An efficient path.
Okay, this game definitely needs to do something about characters always stepping onto objects in order to interact with stuff. That is absolutely weird. Like you do... Oh, there's another burlap sacker here. Like you do try, right? You do try to interact with things. There's another one. This is basically how you play any adventure game back in the day. Like once there's point and click ones. You just have your mouse and you do this like a scanner until the cursor changes or whatnot. And if the game itself was not made in a way that the cursor changes if there's an interactable object, you are absolutely screwed. Because sometimes there's like a very, very specific spot on the screen that you have to interact with. And the way to figure that out is just sheer luck, basically. Ooh, Oh, Speedy Lightfeet. Now, what is this? It's Speedy and Lightfeet. Speedy sparks. When the wearer dashes or takes a similar action during combat, they gain 3 lightning charges. Now, what are lightning charges? Lightning curses through you, and you have +1 to attack rolls and deal an additional 1 lightning damage, which is great. If you gain 5 charges, they are consumed. The next time you deal damage, and you deal an additional 1 to 8 lightning damage. Interesting. So instead of doing 5 1 lightning damages, you do like 1 to 8 lightning damage. It's actually a little bit less, right? Because it's a chance of dealing a 1 to 8 damage. So you do not want 5 charges to accumulate. You lose 1 charge per turn. Okay, so how do you get... Wait a minute. When the wearer dashes or takes a similar action during combat. What is a similar action to dash? Increasing your movement speed? Or does it also mean like jumping? Actually, Liesel would benefit from this a lot. A similar action. Liesel also jumps a lot in combat, so this could be very, very useful. And then, of course, higher attack rolls mean higher chances of hitting things, which is good. So, yeah, definitely good. We have, of course, the Gold Keeper and invisibility. Oh, invisibility might be so sweet. But yeah, Scrazes Asterians things. Good. So, we got good stuff now. There you go. Laser. Sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Do we have... Githyanki... What's so special about Githyanki boots? They only... Nope. They're not made out of lightweight metal. It's just Githyanki stuff. Let's just add it to wears, like all the others. Alrighty. And with that, we have pretty much explored one nice part of the area. Let's just end the episode. And then we can continue with this section over here in the next one. Until then, like and subscribe as usual. Ta-ta!